Well, good morning. This is Dr. Michael Provatera back again for Chapter 3. Remember, if you didn't read Chapter or watch Chapter 1 and 2, make sure that you get to do that first. Go back and do that now. Okay, welcome back. Today I got two things. One is Olaf, you know Olaf, right? And then I got something real special here. Olaf's got a delivery for us. There he is. And there it is. It came. It's a jelly bean. Have that later. Okay, so hopefully you got your homework done this week, or you're still working on it. I know Disney had closed temporarily, but they'll be back open and you'll be able to celebrate your birthdays. We're looking at Chapter 3 right now. Chapter 2 was quite long, so now we're looking at Chapter 3. Here we go. Chapter 3. Smitty's message. Billy's dad, Will, went to work the next Monday and talked about the puppy at lunchtime with his co-workers. A dog? His friend Smitty said. Yes, Smitty. It's a dog for my son Billy. I put a deposit down and will pick her up this Friday. What kind of dog is it? Said Smitty. A Maltese dog. Really small. Billy loves it. I have bad news, Will, said Smitty, looking sorry in his face. What's wrong? Billy's father looked into his friend's sad face. Will, you cannot have a dog if you live in the army base. What? Why not? It's a rule, Will. People with pets can visit, but they cannot stay overnight. Really? Billy's dad said with surprise. Oh no, Billy's going to be very disappointed. It was Monday night at the Thompsons' apartment, and dinner was finished. With a sad heart, Will told his son, Billy, I have to talk to you. Please, come outside and sit down on the porch. It was around sunset now, and the porch had an orange tint to it from the sun's reflection on the clouds. Billy often called it an orange glow. What is it, Dad? Billy asked. Billy, listen to me. I know how much you want Penny. Billy perked up with excitement at the puppy's name. He suddenly sat up at the edge of his seat as he wondered what his father was about to say. Perhaps we can go pick Penny up from the pet store sooner, he thought. Yes, I know how much Penny means to you. I'm sorry, but we are not allowed to have pets on the army base. But, Dad, you promised. My friend at work, Smitty, told me today. I had no idea. I had no idea about this, Billy. That can't be, he thought. Dad, is there anyone at the army base that you could talk to? The dog is so small and harmless. I know, son. I am sorry. There really is no one to talk to about this rule. Excuse me, Dad, Billy said, heading inside the house and running up the stairs to his room, almost slamming the door shut behind him. He knew that he should not slam the door, but it slipped out of his hand as he slid to the floor and leaned against the side of his bed. He placed his head down and cried with no sign of stopping. He slumped into the side of his bed and held his breath to keep from sobbing. Nobody cares about me, he thought, and sniffed. Who cares if I have a dog of my own? He felt an empty feeling in his stomach and a lump in his throat. His heart felt like it was in a dark tunnel where it was shattered into a million pieces. Billy had a great deal of respect for his dad and loved him. He knew that his dad was a good soldier in the army. When he had finally returned home from the Iraq War, Billy thought that his life would be normal again, like other kids and their families. He remembered when his dad came home and Mayor Quigley closed off Main Street. Everyone came out to celebrate. There were pony rides, bouncy houses, and go-karts. Billy remembered that day as one of the most special of his life. Now he thought, my dad earned an award called the Medal of Honor in the war. I know that he could get me the Maltese puppy at the pet store. That would be so great. Billy stopped crying and just lay in his bed in his room and stared at the ceiling with a blank look on his face. He felt that his dad really let him down this time. He betrayed me, Billy said out loud to himself. Billy's mom knocked on the door. Mom, I would like to be left alone, Billy said. Billy, open up. I want to talk to you. Okay, Mom. Billy opened the door, looked at his mom with tired eyes from crying. His mom hugged him. I'm so sorry, Billy, about this, she said. Your dad and I had no idea about pets on the army base. I know, Mom. It's just that Dad put the payment down and promised me that I would have Penny in a week. Now some other kid will get the puppy instead of me. I wish I could do something, but there's nothing I could do, Billy's mom said as she rubbed his back and told him to get some rest. Billy looked in her eyes and she hugged him again for a long moment. She picked up his head by his cheeks and his soft hands so she could look directly into his eyes. Billy, some things have to be done and there is nothing that can change them. Okay, Mom. I'm trying to understand. I really am. Okay. Make sure that you wash up and brush your teeth before going to bed. All right, Mom, I will, Billy said reluctantly. Going to sleep means that Penny is lost forever. My chances for a puppy are gone now, he thought. The next evening, his mom tried to help him get his mind off the puppy. She went to the mall and bought Billy a book about puppy dog. And at first, the book amazed Billy because this book came with a toy puppy that barked when a certain word was read in the story. Billy liked his new book and the toy puppy, but as he read the book and played with the toy, he kept thinking of poor Penny. He put his head down and pouted. Penny is just a puppy, all alone, in a cage at a pet store, with no one to take care of her, he thought. Just as Billy was imagining what Penny was doing down at the store all alone, his cousin Doug knocked at the front door. Billy's mom had called Doug and asked him to come over to visit with his dog. Billy enjoyed playing with Doug and his Irish setter, but this time, when they left, Billy was very sad as he thought of Penny. That night, he dreamed of Penny, and it kept waking him up to a pounding heart. The next morning was Saturday, and Billy went downstairs to talk with his dad. Dad, I'm so worried, sighed Billy. Penny is all alone in a cage at a pet store. Sit down over here next to me, Billy. His father patted the couch seat next to him. Billy nervously pushed up the sleeves of his sweater. He had a very odd feeling in the pit of his stomach. He felt hollow inside. Can we go outside on the porch, Dad? Billy asked. He did not want to talk in front of his mother because he felt that his dad was the one who had let him down. Okay, let's go outside. As they went outside, the air was crisp without a sound, as if the wind had stopped blowing for the time being. The early morning sun was bright, which made Billy's eyes squint as he listened to his dad. Billy, I promised you a puppy, but I did not know about the rule here on the army base. Billy frowned in concentration as he stared into his father's eyes. You see, Billy, I had every intention of buying Penny. His dad put his arm around Billy's shoulder, which interrupted his concentration. Billy suddenly stood up. He looked at his dad directly in the eyes with both sadness and anger. Can I leave now, Dad? But Billy, we really need to talk. I want to talk, Dad. But when we talk, I think of Penny. Can I just go back inside now? Yes, Billy. Billy stood up and looked away. You disappointed me, Dad. I really believed in you. Sorry, Billy. Billy tried to be strong, like his dad, as he walked slowly toward the entrance to the house. He was relieved that his dad did not see the tear that came rolling down his face. He stared stiffly ahead, trying not to disrespect his dad, but also not wanting to come back to talk to him. Billy was so upset that he did not know what to say. The next morning, Billy calmed down. He was still sad about Penny, but he felt bad about the way that he left things with his dad. He went downstairs to talk with him and apologize. Billy and his dad had a discussion about what happened, and Billy came to realize that adults don't get to do whatever they please and often have to live by the rules. Billy began to see that he too must live by the rules, whether he liked them or not. He thought that rules were probably there for a good reason, and so everyone had to follow them. That ends chapter 3. Have a great day. Hopefully you finished your homework. You're still working on it. Today's Saturday, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Dr. Mike Provatera, signing off. Have a great day.